Yo, I'm trying to make sure this is working right. This is my first time. Okay, there it is. All right, dope. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for people to get in here. Post this link. Am I still quiet? Can y'all hear me? Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all. I like how this is set up. I like how I can type in the stream chat thing or the description and put what the stream is about. More than just the limited amount of characters I could get before, but like I can really put like the whole thing. So that's dope. Can y'all hear me? Like, I need to know, man. What's up, John? I'm gonna tell you about it in a second, man. I'm just waiting for a couple y'all to get in here. Thankfully, when I leave the archive up, I'll be able to chapter it so people can just go back and see what I said. Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? No, I can't hear you. All right, hold on. All right, can you hear me? Number to call in. Oh, okay. Oh, the chat in the stream screen. Okay. All right. I'll just look at the chat on the. Yeah, there's no number to call in though. Or I'll discuss with y'all in the chat while you in the chat. I'm not about to be on the Discord though. Yeah, what up, pre-rock? All right, I'm about to get right to it in a second. Hold on. I'm just posting that I was live. That was really it. All right, that's too bad because that's what I'm doing. It's literally called MKLegends Battle of the Realms Review Discussion. And spoilers, I'm talking about it. I'm not about to hold back for a couple days. No, I'm going to talk about it. So you can come back after I'm done, but I can't promise that it's not going to leak out. Like, dude, yesterday I did a watch party in the Discord. You should have pulled up. I was constantly hitting everybody and atting everybody like, hey, I'm about to do a watch party. Oh, now I gotta be old. Just because you didn't watch the movie don't mean I'm old. Man. Oh, I'm getting my notes up so I don't forget nothing. Oh, your brother wanted to watch? Oh, okay. I got you. Well, amen. Let me switch up the music because you know I want to be peaceful, but not like tripping too much. So him with the airport stage. I said hit him with the airport stage, not not this loading sequence. If they don't hurry up and do what I say, come on, man, load. What is this? Oh, that was probably just a whack file or something. I don't know. But yeah, man. All right, so that's why I had this there. Spoiler alert. And then I got the trailer playing in the background so you can see what's going on a little bit. So, all right. Starting off the top, when I was trying to watch this movie, like, this is a part of my review too. Not them uploading the wrong movie when I bought the movie. For like 3 hours, the movie that was available to watch was some dang like low budget animated zombie movie. And maybe if it was presented to me in a different way, I wouldn't call it that. But because I signed up for Mortal Kombat and paid $19.99 to watch that shit, and I had to wait hours to watch it instead of at midnight when it was supposed to be available, and y'all upload the wrong movie, that's unacceptable. There's no excuses for that. As a consumer, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I bought that shit, and you gave me the wrong movie for like a couple hours. I'm mad. I actually want my money back, and I'm going to inquire about that. Even though it was $19.99, is the principle. Like, nah, that's like giving me the wrong order. Like, look, if somebody gave you the wrong food, they gave you the wrong pizza, right? And you got home, you're not about to eat that shit. You about to take it back up there and tell them remake it, right? Exactly. And either that or you want your money back. So, hey man, you gotta do good business. Tighten up. So now actually talking about the movie, I don't know how to score it. I might give it a 7, and I'll say that at the end of everything. So, a big issue with the movie. All right, let me talk about the good shit first. You know why? Because you want to start out with the positive. I don't want anybody to think I'm just hating it to hate it because it's Mortal Kombat and I'm bitter because of anything or what. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love Mortal Kombat. I grew up with this shit. Like, this is a huge part of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was going to the arcade every day when I was 4 or 5 years old to play MK2 and then MK3 when it came out, and MK4 when it came out. You know what I'm saying? I've always loved Mortal Kombat and the lore. I have a deep attachment to the story like everyone else does that's a big fan of this series, because they know what the potential was, especially when they had John Tobias as the writer. Like, there's just so much. And even when he wasn't there, they was doing a lot of cool stuff with MK Deception and MK Deadly Alliance. It was dope. Armageddon was dope too. Like, the whole premise of the story I think was cool. Then so like the movie, like, art and stuff is dude, all the costumes, look, they got MK3 Striker basically, and then Jax is like MKX Jax, where he has the it's the ripped jacket on and his arms, and then Kung Lao is the MK9 Kung Lao, and then Shao Kahn looks up. They have Li Mei in it, Sonya's in it, she's badass, Jay's dope, Devora. The fights were well animated. I like the visuals were dope. Everything was dope about that. Okay, like, they get a 10 out of 10 on visuals, the way the characters looked, and also like the sounds and stuff, everything, like the special moves that happened, like a very good representation of how the characters were, in my opinion. Spoilers, like I said. So I really enjoyed the build up to everything. The build up was really good. Like, they did the build up really good. As you see Shao Kahn and Liu Kang kind of fighting like some Dragon Ball type stuff. And that's dope too. Like I said, the fights were dope. Like, they did everything really well. The Scorpion Lin Kuei interactions in general with just them, where you get to see the Grandmaster, Sector Cyrax, Smoke, and Sub-Zero. You get to see how Sub-Zero and Smoke were friends and stuff. You actually played on that thing and gave us more scenes, because the MK9 story, we got a lot of Smoke Sub-Zero scenes. Like, there was a whole section where you could play with them, which was good too. And when they had Shinnok out there and they saw him being sneaky in the background, and the whole build up to getting his amulet and the Kami Dogu, and also like getting the one being out, the whole, like, the build up was great. The build up was great. The tournament was great. Like, that's what we want to see when we see Mortal Kombat, more so than anything else. We want to see a tournament, right? But while the fights were overall better, they were very short. They were like as short as a YouTube short. They were like 10 seconds or less than that, like trailers. Like, they weren't very long at all. I will wish we got more out of fight scenes, but I guess because it's martial arts mixed with magic and everything else, they try to make it seem like, you know, it's really do or die. You got to just bring your A game right there. But that's kind of the line you go back, you not cross, but you're kind of like teetering on his line, and you don't want to do too much of this or do too much of that. So you're like, all right, well, this is probably a safe bet. What I really liked was how Raiden got so involved, because normally he don't do anything. He didn't even fight in MK9 tournament. He sat back and just watched everything, right? But he got rid of his godhood to fight, and his conviction for all his decisions were like, you know, he didn't seem like a madman or nothing. It was very well thought out. This is probably one of the best depictions of Raiden we had. Him giving up his godhood but also retaining like the Superman fly was interesting. I think they nerfed him too much though as a human, because he said he taught the Shaolin. He said where do you think they got their abilities from? Basically saying they got it from him. Like, he trained everybody. I don't think he should have been nerfed that much when he relinquished his godhood, in my opinion. Shao Kahn was really overpowered, as he should be. No one honestly could stand up to him, but they were on some BS at the end. Shang Tsung was dope. Honestly, I have no complaints about Shang Tsung. I'm so glad that we got to see some special moves and all that stuff from him. That was tight. I really enjoyed watching Shang Tsung do stuff. Him being spared though by Liu Kang, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, you would think that he would have tried to finish him, right? But nah. He was like, I will let you hold that L. But Kung Lao, dude, that's when Kung Lao died, that's when the movie, and I hate to say it like this because it make it seems like, well, duh, I'm a Kung Lao player. I love Kung Lao as the character, everything, right? When he dies, I'm expecting like, okay, maybe this is just the worst part of the movie. No, that it just went to down bad events from there. It was like, okay, he died and everything got ridiculous. And the way he died was corny. Oh, Shao Kahn just reflected or threw his hat back at him, and his hat opened his chest up, and he basically did Kung Lao's fatality on him. Like, why this man gotta die all the time? Man, that's so whack. They should at least let him beat Shang Tsung, let him go out tough. The whole movie, he was whack. He just looked cool. All he did was throw hats. He didn't teleport. I think he did a dive kick at the beginning. It was just like a lunge kick, but it wasn't like the same. They probably made it seem like, oh, this is what the dive kick is. I didn't see a spin. I must have missed it. I don't know, but I was tight, man, when he died. It was like, for real, just like that. This is the man that's the descendant of the great Kung Lao. He's just gonna die like that. And y'all had him dressed in the MK9 attire too. Can't believe it. That really disappointed me. I was like, yo, we really about to see? No, we didn't. Lao didn't really do nothing. He was fighting some dang minions in the beginning and almost got by that big minion until like Jackson and them came in to help. Like, it just made him look like a regular person. Like, he was supposed to be on par with Liu Kang, but he was just a jobber, except to look cool and job. And then also, what I didn't like at the beginning, you see here in the background on this picture that I got, they had this whole Lord of the Rings like battle duel or something where they're just fighting minions, and they got a big wall and some big door they have to break down. I'm just like, what is this for real? Like, I get it, you want to show that they're at war and stuff, but I don't know, man. The whole Lord of the Rings type deal, it was just, I don't know. At least make Kung Lao do some more cool stuff. And okay, so then after Lao died, Liu Kang gets basically disabled by Shang Tsung, so he can't use his arm anymore. But then all of a sudden he's like, oh, you know what? This don't even affect me no more. Boom. And then he's beating up Shao Kahn, going toe to toe. Like, what? And then he becomes Super Saiyan Liu Kang and is just doing stuff. Body Shao Kahn. Then becomes Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Liu Kang with absorbing the Elder Gods, so he can fight corrupted / one being Shinnok, and they're all now like Megazord size, and he becomes a dragon. And I'm like, what, dude? What is this? That to me was like when you play Enter the Matrix. No, not the Path of Neo, and the whole game is dope. But then at the end, you fight Agent Smith mech where they all stand on top of each other, and I'm like, what is this weird garbage? Like, what are y'all doing? Who wrote that? No, dude, y'all, look, man, whatever y'all, look, no disrespect, but you're not giving, look, as a fan of Mortal Kombat, and I speak for probably a lot of people, you guys are I don't know what the hell that is, man. But we don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want this. Look, I guess you're trying to make Liu Kang like another Goku or something. Liu Kang is Liu Kang. These characters are themselves, man. Can y'all just go get John Tobias and bring him back and let him continue his work or whatever? Maybe he don't feel like it. Or maybe y'all are being weird to him or don't want to pay him. But y'all need to bring him back, please. Or something. Consult with him or whatever. I'm tired of these weird twists that nobody asked for. That was the weirdest shit I've ever seen. Dude, I really enjoy Mortal Kombat's lore, but then y'all be going all over the place. Look, I don't want the story to end, but all these different like alternate universes and stuff where y'all doing this weird stuff, you don't need them to become like Ozuru, Dragon God, Liu Kang. Like, what? Come on, man. And where was Cetrion? She's the Elder God. I didn't even see her. Y'all forget, but y'all had Devora in the game. Like, I'm not sure what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, also, there was too many X-ray moves. Like, damn, I get it. Like, we got crushing blows and fatal blows and X-ray, but it was like every other move was an X-ray move. Like, it wasn't even something you could be like, oh man, yeah, he really got, like, everybody was getting caught with an X-ray move, I guess. I don't know, man. But I probably have less complaints if Kung Lao didn't get killed like that. But dude, for real, right after that, it's like after that everything became like dumb. But like I said, the build up to the last section of the game, the last part of the game was the like it was really good to me. I felt like they highlighted so many different characters. Of course, it's about Liu Kang at the end of the day, but the Lin Kuei interactions, and then the Scorpion with Shinnok interactions, and the special forces, everybody was had a good part. It had enough screen time, in my opinion. So that was dope. Seeing the way Stryker died, honestly, the way Stryker died, they just had Shang Tsung, man, doing all his special moves. The Soul Steel, and he did the fatalities, the stuff like basically Kentaro when he goes inside your body and pulls you apart or kills you and stuff. But I mean, yeah, I give it like a 7, man. I think I feel like it also I also come from a place where I'm like, I want them to follow the story to a T. You know how you read the manga or a comic or something, so then you want the show to just, you're used to it. You're like, all right, well, this is how this show was presented to me initially. I would like for all other forms of media to follow along with that. So when you're an old school MK fan, and maybe you're like stuck in that way, so you expect it to be a certain way. So I'm looking at it like that as well too. So it may come out as harsh because I want them to follow the story. That's why I mentioned John Tobias. Like, please bring him back because it's his story. I want to hear the story from him. That's like taking Star Wars from George Lucas and giving it to all these other people who are just ruining shit. I mean, yeah, Mandalorian is cool, but hey, man, it took a lot of annoying projects to get to that. Like Star Wars 7, 8, 9, I could do without. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, I thought the one being they was going to have Onaga come back. But no, they didn't. They just had Shinnok absorb all the power and becomes a giant corrupted Shinnok. And then they merged all the realms. I mean, I guess that was cool because he was just trying to destroy everything. So they showed that, you know, they had Shinnok be the big bad. That was cool. I wonder what the next story is going to be, because clearly they left it open. I think it's going to be something to do with Shang Tsung and somebody or whatever. We'll see. They'll probably have like a continuation. But yeah, moving on, since yeah, that's about it. How it is for me. I felt like I was going to be a lot more meaner with how I felt about it, but I'm just being honest with it. I'm not even trying to be harsh or whatever. But all right, so let's talk about the Jake Paul Tyron Woodley fight briefly, real quick. Yeah, at least exactly. Yeah, at least in the live action, he went out like a G. Like he killed what's her name, and he was like fighting and shit. But well, actually, I don't like how, oh, I'm about to just force choke you from across the room and take your soul, and no one's gonna do anything. I hated that. Like, nah, dog. And it's annoying. I hope fans start to realize, why y'all always killing Kung Lao? You know, in John Tobias' story, Kung Lao is actually more of the hero. He comes in and saves everybody, basically. He was powerful in that shit. He's a jobber in this. Like he beat up Shang Tsung in the comics, like the newer Kung Lao in the MK2 comic, and now they just treating him like crap. I don't know why. But I do like all the scenes that they had. But yeah, y'all, so I saw the Tyron Woodley Jake Paul fight and all the cards leading up to it, which was dope. It was a dope ass card. That whole card was dope. Tyron Woodley, just now getting into boxing and stuff, but I felt like, Jake Paul has more boxing experience, and maybe he did hit Tyron more times, but in my opinion, Tyron blocked a lot of those hits, so they shouldn't even be counted as connecting. And most of his hits were way more precise and did more damage. Yeah, he should have won that. And look, okay, when you get a knockdown, that shouldn't that go over the how many punches you landed? That don't make no sense to me. Like, they should count, hey man, how you fell in the ropes, that was a knockdown. That's the only reason he didn't fall. There was a lot of times that Jake Paul would get hit, and I'll look at his expression, and he would be probably thinking like, oh shit, this is some shit right here. I would like to see a rematch, but I don't think that he's going to give him one. But he did say he would do it if he got the tattoo. But hey, and they shook on it. We'll see what happens though. I feel like he is going to be a problem once he becomes more comfortable, because he has a really good stance, like being a wrestler, and he's like fusing that with boxing. So the way he ducks really low, even though Jake Paul is taller, it's harder for him to get hit because Tyron can like duck that low. So Jake Paul kept like punching low. It was weird because it was like freaking down one or something in MK. He would do that and whiff. And honestly, if Tyron was ready to counter poke him or counter punch him, whatever, he could have just stepped and like he was doing, just bam, hit him, and he would have been out. Hit him right in his temple, would have been over. He didn't take that opportunity like one time though. But it looks like he wasn't ready on being able to switch from offense and defense fluidly. Like he had to like probably tell himself, all right, now go in or whatever. It wasn't like instinctive yet. But, that's because, the experience isn't there yet. But I already see him being a problem very soon. Just from that. You know what I'm saying? He had really good blocking. Very good blocking. Very good blocking. But yeah, man. So the next thing I want to talk about, dude, so I don't know if y'all see on Twitter what they've been talking about. So these players, I don't even know who they are. His name's like Utility or some shit. Hold on, let me pull up the tweets. Let me pull up the tweets real quick because people have been talking about. So all right. So basically, there's been reported cheating that's been going on, and not just ESL, but also in Evo. Okay, and people have been roasting these players all day. Okay, so one of the players' name is Utility. I thought it was Utility. Another one is Dead Laugh. All right, so they cheated in the tournament. This is what they did. So they had someone else play for them in the tournament, and basically they could tell something was different because, well, one player played way better than they normally play, and also the ping was different. So then they admitted to cheating and doing that. And some people are probably like, oh man, it's cool, man, it's good you admitted to it. No. Imagine, all right, so say let's change this. Perfect Legend cheated in this tournament and had somebody play for him and won. Oh, you already know how people are going to come at me, right? I would be so discredited, all that stuff, right? Everything. Oh, you cheat? PL, we knew you was a fraud. Blah, blah, blah. We're going to strip this tournament from you. You were never good. Blah, 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 etc. Cancel. So, what should happen is that should happen to whoever these people are. They should be banned from every tournament. And or until, so there has to always be a way out, right? You can't just, well, what makes the world go round? Money. So, hey, since you cheating, you got to pay a fine to be able to play again. Hey, man, got to donate to a tournament pot or something. There's got to be some consequence. And also be banned for like 6 months. And the next time you're banned forever. That's how I would do it. Because, like, look at the courts, right? When you do something wrong in the courts, the only way you can get out really is you got money. You either pay people hush money forever, or, you pay the courts and they give you like a lesser sentence, and then boom, you out. But you do it again, hey, you got to go through that whole process again until they're tired of your nonsense. So, like, that leads to the next question. The future of tournaments, especially online, there's always going to be online tournaments. I think online tournaments will eventually, and I agree with one of the former heads of Sony, where he said that online tournaments will soon be, basically they'll take the place of live events, so they'll be better than live events. So, like, what we're going to people probably going to have to do is like stream their runs, or have their camera on, or show an ID or something. You don't have. I wouldn't say you have to post it on the internet. You would have to show the tournament organizer. But I don't think you should be going around showing something like that to every organizer. They should be the reputable ones, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're in the league or something like that, you can email Sony and be like, hey, because you're playing the ESL stuff or Evo, hey guys, this is me, etc. Blah blah blah, and that's it. Or there has to be some way, but that's another thing, man. People can get your IP address maybe and all other stuff, but hey, man, people are going to cheat, and they're going to do it. They can get away with it too. People use PEDs. People be fixing brackets, colluding, all that stuff. And, it's annoying to imagine they travel off the internet. All right, so people have cheated offline too. I already said PEDs because, it's performance enhancing drugs. But I know a story of, like, okay, this Marvel vs. Capcom tournament, right, at Evo. And what happened is the players found a way to hack the game so that they could get, they can make it to where their stuff did a lot of damage, but your stuff didn't do that much damage. But they had to be on a certain setup, so they would like bring their own setup and have you play on it like it was a tournament setup, and then run the tournament matches on that. That's happened. Also, people have like had their wireless controller plugged in and then paused when their boy was in trouble. Like, that's happened to me in tournament. So it's like, it's hard to, you got to really have referees and stuff to regulate that. I think for the most part, they do the best job that they can do, but they can also do better. But we got to have like some better verification way to determine who people are. And well, I think because we're online, anti-cheat, and on console, it's hard to cheat on console outside of making it lag. But we definitely got to have some kind of way to verify the person is playing. That's the person there that's playing, and man, like the punishment for that too has got to be big, so it doesn't happen often. People are going to do stuff, there's no consequences. Yeah, Mortal Angel, and I forgot who else cheated in that in MKX. Also, I want to touch on, like, I guess I'm kind of just getting tired of seeing people complain about other people saying mean stuff to them on the internet. Dude, just block them. Like, if you're on a forum or Twitter or whatever, dude, don't even engage. Like, you see them being stupid, boom, block. Like, you need to protect your energy. You are not going to be able to control what everyone says. You're not. And the quicker you realize that, it'll be easier for you in life. You can't effectively censor. Yeah, you can punish people for saying shit, but people don't care about censorship or anything like that. They're gonna do and say whatever they want. They'll find a way to get around it. That's why they have all these bots doing hate raids, and they'll have interesting ways to say slurs and stuff, right? And other people, they find ways to get around that, or they'll make something else that isn't normally offensive and make it offensive to bypass other ways of being offensive. So you just gotta, like, tighten up, toughen up. You can't expect to walk through a forest and the things in the forest and not bother you. You gotta be ready for any challenges to come through it. And like, hey man, like, sticks and stones may break your bones, but if they ain't touching you, man, they ain't putting their hands on you. That's a whole nother thing. People got to put up their threshold of what bothers them. Because, hey, when I was growing up, people used to try to crack on me, roast me, and bully me with words and stuff all the time. But they wasn't trying to fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying go out here and be just knuckling up with people and stuff. Like, honestly, people should be having sanctioned boxing matches. Because it would be probably less drama. People would just box, get it out, and be like, boom, that's it. You know what I'm saying? But people don't want to fight no more. They want to do everything else, which is really dumb. But, like, also, man, I keep seeing people trying to make fighting games about what fighting games are not about. Dude, when you go to arcade, which is where fighting games were born, you pay to play. And you're not good, you don't play. You lose, you gotta pay to play. Somebody could basically play with 25 cents all day. People keep showing up and they keep losing. That's just how it was. Like, look at boxing or any kind of fighting sport, right? All people care about is who the best is or who the upcoming is or whatever, right? Ain't about nothing else. Like, if you have your run, you have your run, you're remembered and you're respected. But all that other stuff is noise. It has not, if it's not anything to do with competition, it's not about fighting games. Like, yeah, you can admire the art, the design, the music, the everything, you know, and it's fun to just play and fight the computer or just mess around and figure stuff out. But don't try to make it seem like fighting games are about what fight games are about. Like, if you, like I said, if you go to arcade, you have to pay literally every time you play. And if you're good, you are not good, no one cares. It's just like boxing. And the faster people accept this reality, the better time you'll have playing or just, you know, sticking around. And for, like, trash talk, man, personal stuff is always off limits. Like, that's family and anything you can't control. Like, you want to talk about someone's their condition, or if they got a disability or if they're man or woman or whatever. Like back in the day, it used to be like, you know, a man has to be like this, a woman has to be like that, so they'll make fun of them not being like the model version of what they're supposed to be. So that like, but that's like off limits too, because no one has to be like anything. Like everyone's their own person. Just don't be a dick to people. That's all we ask, and don't mess with kids. That's it. Like that's really it. But if you say something personal about somebody, then you remove that protection from yourself of, you know, someone crossing that line. So now they have permission to go in on you. So don't open that door. That's my thoughts on that. What is this? I just recently found out that wait, what? Wow. Hijinks be cheating too? Playing for people? I'll play for you on your account. I got a Sindel. Dang, man, they got you in 4K. See, this is how you get banned from stuff. So, like, hey, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, we're gonna start doing tournaments with Proton and Intergalactic Gaming. We're gonna be doing events where we're paying out in crypto and cash. Like, we're gonna have, like, I'm not gonna tell you all the details, but yeah. It's going to be like some dope events, but I'm seeing this stuff. These people are going to be banned from participating because you are a known cheater. Whether you're playing for them to win, or whether someone's playing for you, it's all the same. You're being deceptive. Like, you're not honorable at all. And tournament is sacred. Like, it's you versus your opponent, nothing else. If you doing something to you know, get an edge in some way that has nothing to do with just being better, nuh-uh, you done. Like, that's bad. That's really bad. That's really bad, dude. Wow, dude. That is unacceptable. Like, you and see, like, imagine if I did that. Imagine if I did this stuff. How hard the community, a whole section of the internet would come at me. You can't, sorry, but nah, we gotta set examples, man. People gotta know you can't do that stuff. That's not legal. That's cheating. Man. Yeah, dude. So, alright. I didn't get to talk about this, but I want to talk about it. Dragon Ball Fighters. The France USA exhibition. I didn't get to talk about it because I had to travel. But okay, so France ate USA up. We heard for weeks or months or years. Vegito, it's not good. No mix. We got mix-ups here, mixed characters. When we play, you'll see. And France, honestly, dude, they were so good. And now, like, you know, people are saying, oh, is France the best? France the best? And Goichi's like, oh, now, then let me show y'all, you know, who's truly the strongest. And this is great. I'm glad, like, you know, they're hyped to play. I want to play too, man. I'm tired of sitting here and have to watch and see everybody else do stuff, but it's all California, New York, Japan, France. That's it. They all get to have fun with the game. I want to play, but I do want to see, you know, all of them play Japan too, like all of France. I would like to see it because, you know, Goichi saying he's the strongest. I mean, you can say that, but hey, man, that man Kazunoko won the Japan one, the last Japan national, and then he won the first Dragon Ball World Tour. Remember? And then he still plays high in the World Tour before, or did he win both of them? I know Goichi, I think, won one of them, but still, I think Kazunoko was the strongest overall, actually. But Goichi did win that last Evo. He should have won that first Evo too, but, you know, we saw what happened. Got stalled. But yeah, man. Oh, also, I want to talk about MK12 stuff. What, like, man, I don't know what they're going to do. So I have this chart that I saw. I can't remember if I saved it on my phone or on my computer, but I must check on the computer first. There's a... Okay, it was on my phone. I saved it. So basically, on HBO Max... Oh, I know. I think Ed Boon tweeted it. Yeah, Ed tweeted it. I'm going to show y'all this diagram or whatever it is, this chart that he posted. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Dang. Oh, here it is. I found it. Now, this is very telling. Okay. Oh, what? Come on. Alright, so he posted this. Okay. For the movie releases. Mortal Kombat, the movie, no matter how we feel about it, still had more views than Godzilla, Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, Zack Snyder's Justice League, the Snyder Cut, and The Conjuring. It beat the Snyder Cut. It beat the Snyder Cut. All of their stuff, all their DC stuff, it beat all of it. All of it. And Godzilla vs. Kong. You know how long those franchises have been around? Wonder Woman's been around for hella long. Batman, Superman, Flash, Cyborg, Wonder Woman all on the same screen together. Aquaman. They've been around forever. Suicide Squad have been around, like those characters individually have been around forever. Godzilla and King Kong have been around forever. But Mortal Kombat, which came out in 1992, outdid them at the box office. They're going to go. That's why they said, oh, well, the next game is probably going to be MK12. Well, they didn't say that, but, you know, reports are coming in saying that. Like that's dope. That's really good for the, you know, the future of Mortal Kombat. Whether we like the story or not and what they're doing with it, it shows that the power of the brand. You know what I'm saying? Mortal Kombat 12. I hope they go from the story of MK11, because at the end they have two pathways they could do, and this is what I would do. And I love this story build up. See, like they're so good at building up. And I also think MK11's ending was godlike. Whether you picked Shang or Liu Kang, I thought it was godlike. Like that, MK11 was honestly MK Armageddon. Everybody died. In MK Armageddon, everybody died. Shang Tsung and Liu Kang were at the top fighting to kill each other. And then they had to fight the last dude, the Inferno dude, or whatever, Blaze, right? MK11 was basically that, but without Blaze. When you think about it. But it was like an elaborate story. Like, I honestly like the MK11 story better than the MKX story. I would say it would be like MK9, then MK11 as far as story wise, and then I'll put MKX after that. For me, what they can do with MK12, they can have it be like, all right, well, there was a split in the timeline. Liu Kang and Shang Tsung both won. Shang Tsung is, you know, his emperor self, whatever, in his timeline, and Liu Kang went and got Great Kung Lao, and he's training him, right? And then there's a rift where Liu Kang, who beat Shang Tsung, didn't know that there was another part, and Shang Tsung that beat Liu Kang didn't know there was another part. So they're like, oh shit, he's still alive in another timeline. And then they have to fight each other. And Shang Tsung is now using the Chaos Realm and whatever else. And Liu Kang is, you know, whatever he is. I forget what the new Time Lord or whatever. With Great Kung Lao. And then they all have to fight and stuff. And it's just another battle. Or tournament. Like Shang Tsung is basically the Shao Kahn now. And he has to get his own people. Like you could say it's a realm split. Like instead of also time, but it's a time and realm. So Shang has his own time realm, and Liu Kang will have his own time realm. That would be dope, I think. I don't know if they're going to reboot the story, but I would like them to just have a continuation, something. But yeah, dude. I don't know. You trying to play? About done now. It's time to get some games in. Yeah, Gears, right? Exactly. Because Gears can't die. He's gonna endlessly fall. Oh, looks like Combat League's back. Season, I don't even know what number that is. 20? Is that 24? Actually, y'all, I'm gonna eat some real quick and come back, but I'm gonna go back live. So then I'll play, and I'll just have this up as the discussion stream. Okay, all right. Yeah, I'll be back in a jiffy. I'll post in the Discord, obviously. So yeah,